Hello, happy Wednesday, and you are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larissa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time, and here on this show, I'm sharing with you tips, tools, techniques, and methods how you can create success in all areas of your life. Or simply just discuss different topics that are probably quite important in our lives, how we can create health, balance, harmony, how can we create successful relationships, how can we actually live our life with the inspiration and happiness and joyfulness. Thank you. Hello, MJ. Thank you, everyone, to jump on, put your name down, and we can have a conversation. Today, I feel a little bit unwell. I'm losing my voice, but I was thinking about how we perceive the reality, what really is involved in our evaluation or assessment, what is the reality, what is the truth, and what is something that we doubt. And I was just contemplating on this issue, and I was just looking back at all of this. The social media or the mainstream media topics of everyday living. We constantly bombarded by the situations or things happening around the world that are most of it based on the inducing the emotional reactions within ourselves. And when we actually see the pictures, when we hear the voices or music or any kind of stories, we start to involve our biology in perceiving the reality of that message that we receive. And we never ever actually ask ourselves the question, is this is really true for me, or is this is really resonating or not resonating? So we don't have the awareness of how many little factors involved in our understanding or in our believing if that information is true or not. And the perception of our reality could be easily skewed the way that the media wants to be skewed, or whoever is controlling the informational field is really having a very clear idea how and what they want to pursue with particular information and pieces of the information that they creating to be present for us. So I was just contemplating on it, and for the last, I don't know, 20, 15 years, especially for the last 10 years, as we start to see how all of these, concepts of the terrorism attacks and all of these conflicts involving weaponry and all of the, very aggressive a way of living is really used for skewing and designing and molding our perception of reality. And what really is stood out for me after I start to really look at this is that for the last number of years, decades, most of this information was and is focused on inducing a sense of guilt in us, right? A sense of shame and guilt. If we look at, if we look at all of these stories about the climate change, that was started a long time ago, and then there's this girl, the Greta, appeared, and it is really obviously that a lot of people are bought into this concept and start to feel guilty and shame about what really is happening with climate and with all of these climatic changes. And then, of course, there was Black Lives Matter concept that again that was inducing this sense of the guilt of what society done in terms of inequality, and so the continuation of this information. Then of course pandemic came. There's a vaccinated, unvaccinated, there's responsible, irresponsible. All of this is creating this sense of the shame and guilt, personal guilt, because by having all of this information in our filling all of this information in our devices, all of this trembling of this field with all the information that is designed to create guilt within ourselves, collectively and individually as well. So the continuation of it is now Russia and Ukraine. So again, all of this activation of the guilt is based on not on really truthful information, and it is always based on the emotional foundation rather than on that objective, logical, critical thinking about what is the reality and what really by designing and by watching all of these informational pieces that we have in our mainstream media, this is really a reality. So this is really where I am feeling that we need to start to ask ourselves questions, because we so easily pulled into this space of being guilty in different sense of the situations that we live in, all together and individually. I'm sorry. So I was just made a very short research about it, how it is so easy to change and influence our perception of reality, that it is not really even funny. And again, everyone and each of us individually have that unique energy consciousness system. We have this unique system that is having thousands of little factors that only you have, no one else have, and only you and your system is perceiving as this particular information in that moment in a different way. Only you perceiving it the way your system is designed and run, right? So, and what was interesting is that that there's a number of these factors that I'm going to name and list for you today. Is so important to start to become aware, because most of it we don't really even have awareness of. We just ignore it because we're thinking that all of that informational field that we have around us within ourselves is something that is for everyone the same. It is so different, vastly different, because we're all unique and we all have our own pace of development and growth. So for example, our energy and abilities to impact our perspective, that's how this factor of our energy and abilities and abilities impact our perspective, of course, because if we are really tired, if we don't have enough energy, we perceive and see any piece of information in the moment now very, very different from where if we have the high energy, right? So that's really is a given. And it is not about the IQ level or the EQ level. It is not about your SQ level. It is all about your energy and ability in that moment to be able to have the perspective of that particular piece of information. So then our body awareness affects our decisions. That's how important I always tell and talk about awareness. It is so important, but awareness is such a huge and vast area to be able to analyze and examine, because awareness of how we where are we at and how we know our own thought process is vastly different from how your body parts are feeling and where is the blocks or where is the numbness, and this is really affecting the last result. It's affecting your decisions in the moment, right? So being hungry or not hungry changes our choice. So this is really interesting because, of course, when we are hungry, we don't have enough energy. And when we actually are eating, we have more ability and our energy run faster. We have more impact and and have ability to make decisions in a much more positive way. So basically, I was just reading, and it's fascinating. In one experience, participants who drank a glass of water with sugary drink, been been making better decisions, right? They have immediate gratification, and they have longer maintaining the status where their perception is actually much closer to the truth, right? Whereas people who are being given as a placebo effect just a glass of water, they've been making decisions more in a negative format, right? So there's also another one is like easy to read statements are more true. So this is really very interesting because we tend to have a tendency to complicate our expressions, our what we write, what we create. We tend to have that tendency to actually make it more complicated things instead of reverse engineering it into the very, very simple statements. And that's what this another experiment was, that the simpler the message, the more people believe in it, and the more it is was showing them the truth, right? So our feelings affect our political views. Basically, this is of course, the feelings are emotions. Emotions are thoughts. Thoughts are words, and that's how we translate what and how we actually react, or how do we respond to any particular political views or situations. And what's going on right now is exactly what is happening, because everyone is trying to express in the moment what they feel, but the feelings and biology is so much affecting our ability to actually discern the truth and also make decision on the spot. So I just named it. I named it that the biology, the body is affecting it. The state of your hungriness or not is affecting it. So basically, I just would like to finalize today, because I'm a little unwell and tired. So I just want to repeat that. Look, in order for us to start to really find the ways how we can create and make different decisions towards more peaceful, more joyful, more harmonious, more coherent way of dealing with each other, with others, and with collective, and with everything that happening outside of us, please start to educate yourself in terms of that awareness of these little factors that can affect your perception of reality and a truthfulness, right? So that's what really is needs to happen, where we all need to really sit a little bit longer with we need to sit a little bit longer with ourselves when we feel that emotional reaction, when we want to express in a moment what really through our body and biology and our feelings we receive from outside, and we react to this particular information. Well, then just sit at least 5 minutes with this and see, Are you hungry? Are your body is tired? Where is the blocks in your body? Where and how is these factors affecting your perception of that particular pieces of information? So I just put up on the screen couple of links for you if you really lost right now, if you feel depressed or anxious or overwhelmed, please just reach out. We can go over all of this confusion and we can sort it out for you, either in the form of the healing session, mentoring, or even a retreat for one. It is a very powerful way to assist you and take you out from that anxious, depressed, overwhelmed space into the space of clarity, into the space of being able to develop your awareness of yourself and your body and start to really discern what is around you, what is within you, and how is this two, inner and outer, is aligned or misaligned, and where you spending your energy, where are you wasting your energy if you allow all of these little factors go unnoticed, and your perception of reality and truth is affected by all of these unnoticed little factors that are influencing your decisions as well. So thank you so much being here with me, and Jay, other people here. Thank you for support. I would like to say thank you for being with me here, and basically would like to just take this out. Yeah, that one out. And basically, I would like to put my outro music here, and I'll see you next week. Gonna be an interesting guest with me. Stay tuned in. I love you all. Keep living, keep growing. Thank you. Bye.